Our mission, Helping Parents Heal, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. Helping Parents Heal goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non-dogmatic way. Affiliate groups welcome everyone regardless of religious or non-religious background and encourage open dialogue. Attendance at all of our meetings is voluntary. All discussions that take place at affiliate-led meetings are confidential. We hope that participants will learn from and share with each other. Zoom meetings run by leadership are not confidential. These meetings typically feature guest presenters and are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members worldwide can watch and benefit. Neither type of Helping Parents Heal meeting is designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with our children who have passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinion of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members, so we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally. Welcome, everyone. We're so glad you're here with us this evening. Welcome, Beth.
Yes, welcome, Beth. And I'm going to go ahead and read a short bio for Beth. Again, we're so thrilled that she's back with us. And she is certified by Mark Ireland. Beth Lynch, medium, meditation teacher, and author, has been helping families understand and heal the loss of loved ones, as well as sharing spiritual principles for life. For over 25 years, she has practiced and taught the benefits of meditation and how to understand the mind, body, spirit connection as a natural evolution of consciousness. Beth is founder of Inner Light Teachings. She shares that spirituality is the missing link to understand mental and emotional wellness, including anxiety, depression, and addiction. For over 2 decades, she has shared what she has learned personally and in channeling. Beth believes that to understand life, we must understand death. It is then the in-between, that the in-between will make sense, and we love, laugh, and live more fully. So I'm going to go ahead and post her links in the chat box as well as on the YouTube channel. But for now, please join me in welcoming Beth Lynch. Welcome, Beth.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for having me back. It was like, I think we said it was my second or my third time, and both times touched my heart, my soul, the experience. So thank you again for your trust. Well, so we all know why we're here, and I like to just share first how I receive the information and how you can expect to, hear me speak on behalf of your children in spirit. And I just really hope and feel that, the love is felt tonight. I'm sure it will be. But basically, I like to begin with a little blessing meditation, and it's very brief. And during that time, I'm just kind of getting us in a certain frequency to receive. There's anticipation, there's emotion, there's grief. There's so many emotions, that everyone is feeling. And there myself with my parents. So when I begin with that little blessing, I start receiving that, what I call the divine download. And it's a lot of information, and it's visions after visions after visions. And what these visions are, and this is really, I think, important, because this helps you understand how you may feel something as well, your signs directly. This is for you to be able to feel, who you've lost, but also be able to trust when you're getting your signs. So, and I think that's such a big part of mediumship. So basically, when I start putting out the pictures, the way to look at what's happening in the spirit world is they're in meditation right now, or in meditation or prayer, and they're getting ready, and they're having emotions that are coming from memories that you've had with them, sometimes things about their passing, sometimes questions you carry into the room with you, or it's questions you've been putting out to them, things like that. And these are the things that are being sent to me because of their emotions. Their emotions are very real, and they're forming these pictures. And so when you receive something, or you get something, I say something and it kind of, your heart, or sometimes it's even a little anxious feeling, if not emotional. It's emotional. Trust it. Don't wait for the next thing. The next thing could be the next person. Your people, your kids are all up there. They're all sitting together in a group, a big group, I'm sure, and they have met each other and they are talking, and so their things sometimes will come in very quickly, and it'll kind of seem like if there's 20 different things, because maybe it is 20 different people, but sometimes you get that one person who's going to start us off and give me 2 or 3 things right in a row. So trust what you're feeling. Don't hold back. I always say spirit will tell me, no, I don't feel that. I feel it's this, or over on this side. They are doing that to me because that's really where I'm supposed to be. And it doesn't mean that the other one isn't going to say something the next minute. I find that in my groups, whether they're in person or on Zoom. Like if it's, no, I'm really pulled here, but somebody else is really feeling it too. And like after I finish there, that's where I'm going next. So it's kind of neat to see how the spirits, how your children are conversing up there. They've become friends because of you, because of who you've met and the group you're connected to. And I've seen this over and over in my channelings in 28 years. I see it with kids who would have never known each other on the earth plane become friends, and in the same day or in the same group there's a parent that have, it's just amazing to me how that happens. It's divine intervention. So when I'm receiving this information and putting it out, don't be shy. Definitely, and also send what you want from them. Tell them, I want you to say the color fuchsia. If I get that, don't no one do that now, because if I get it, I'll probably say, I won't second guess it, I'd say it. But maybe fuchsia is somebody's favorite color, and I'm getting that because of that reason. I've had that happen before. So just trust that if you're sending something like that, they're going to show you they hear you. And I could just say it off the cuff somewhere when I'm in the middle of someone else's. So chat it in or mention that, I asked them to say that. It's very, 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 I think, important that you experience that they hear you directly. I really do. I know yesterday I was doing, this is just a quick example of a daughter and mother, and the girl's mother was in spirit. It was this woman's daughter and her mother. And I mean, this woman had 3 sons up there, her daughter up there. It was very emotional. And all that grief and anticipation that they were having coming in, because they had never worked with me before, was, clear. I could feel it on the screen. I mean, they didn't, there wasn't a hello. It was just very serious. And even in the first few minutes, and it went on for a good 10 minutes probably. But all of a sudden, she said, the mother, who was the daughter to this woman and the mother to the young girl, said, oh, just say the chocolate chips. I go, she says, just say the chocolate chips. And they looked at each other and they still didn't smile. And I go, you guys, the chocolate chips, they're on a plate in front of you, aren't they? Because the mother is showing me, like pointing down in the screen, and they go, yes, but how does she know? But that is how intense that mother had to get, and daughter had to get, to show them it's okay. They're with you. They're not sitting in my room. Okay. Trust me. So, but it was interesting how these chocolate chip cookies broke the ice. It broke the ice, and it was beautiful. So then they just sat back and they let all of them speak, and they cried, they laughed a little, there was so much emotion. So that's what I mean. Some food, and I guess that's where I was getting, food is very powerful up there. I mean, if it's sitting on your thing, or if it's you ate that right before you got online, that's how they tell you they're with you. It's not something to be disregarded. Food, we eat emotional. We eat emotional. We make memories around it. And that's why it is easy for them to have that emotion about food. And I get the picture. So that's really in a nutshell what'll go on. Only it could be food. It could be animal, anything. It could be any kind of thing. We'll just see where it goes tonight. I'm sure it'll be interesting. And we'll cry, we'll laugh. There'll probably be a lot of emotions. So with that being said, I'll just go into the little blessing. I encourage you to just relax, close your eyes during this part. And it just takes a moment, and it's how I prepare as well, but how I prepare the energy, and it's how I was guided to begin. So that's what we're going to do. So just take a breath for a moment, close your eyes. On that exhale, allow your exhale to almost be like you're blowing out a candle and being careful. Inhale wherever you're comfortable, nose or mouth, but let that exhale like you're blowing out that candle. Slowing down your nervous system, opening your heart light. We allow the inner light of the heart to begin to expand as we breathe. Allowing this light, much like a galaxy of stars, expand in our hearts. This light energy flows through us. Every cell is recognizing this. This light energy expands around, above, below. Surround your room, your homes. It's bringing light energy and blessings and creating sacred space for this communication. So as you sit in this light, you can quietly think a mantra. I as you inhale, am as you exhale. Or if you wish, think of something that you wish for them to share. An object, a color, a specific memory. Just have a moment or two of some quiet thought to them. Okay, I am ready to start putting some things out there. My music's a little loud. So there was a few, I'm just going to start putting this stuff out there if it's familiar. I know you know how to speak up. There was a name Davy, or it could have been David, but I heard it as Davy, so I want to say that name. And I also felt that there was a little girl who wanted to show me running. And when she was running, I felt she seemed very little. And she wanted me to say that they need to know it didn't hurt, and that the angels came and swooped them up. So that was an interesting emotion to feel. It was very intense. It was there. I just felt as the angels swooped, the angels came, just like a child would say. So it definitely felt like a little girl that wanted to bring that in. Now, another name, again, I'm getting that Davy. Does anyone know who the Davy is? Oh, Mariah. Can we? Oh, okay, Davy, a little girl who was running. Oh, I'm sorry. I got what you're doing there. All right, Mariah was 5. Is there something about Mariah running? I mean, that's about the age I would say I had. I would have been surprised if it was 7, even. That's how little I felt she was. So is there something, I mean, the picture of her I get, because to say the angel swooped her up and helped her, that's, to me, that's a specific reason I'm being told that. You've either asked it or the swooping. There's something about this running or walking. I don't know, as if there was a little one that got, the running would be, maybe she got hit by something. I don't know. It doesn't feel like she is in a safe place. And I hope you can know that. Okay. I think this is the autumn. I mean, I really thought she might've been younger, but I know that I'm seeing running, and I know that you needed to hear that it didn't hurt and that the angel swooped her up, because the running is very specific, and that is a detail I have to stay true to in this specific vision. So I really feel connected to Autumn right now. And I feel like if she would go like this to your face, so I don't know if I guess you're seeing me, it doesn't mean I'm seeing you. And she wants to say, it's okay, Mom. It's okay, Mommy. It's okay. It's okay. And I don't know if she has a brother, but there seems to be some reference to that word, to the title brother. So, and I feel I have to say the necklace with that too. So hopefully, all right, now, okay, so I'm not going to read because it gets me confused. So until yeah. And so go ahead.
So the person with the daughter whose name is Autumn said, and it's iPhone 1. I had to rename because there's so many people with iPhones. I asked her to talk about her brother. So I don't know if perhaps you want me to unmute her.
Yes, why don't we? Yes, that is it. That is.
Okay.
Thank you, Annie.
Okay, and I've asked her to unmute. So the person that I've named iPhone 1, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Oh, I see her up in the corner there. Hi.
Hi there.
So right now, Autumn wants to go like this with your hair. And I don't know if your hair is pulled back or short, or if
It's pulled back.
Okay, because in the vision, it kind of looks, I'm getting a hot flash talking to that little girl. And
She was always very hot.
was she? Oh my God. Well, thank you, because I'm not crazy then. I like to know when
No.
I know I'm not.
She used to put her pillows in the snow to get them cooler so she could sleep better.
Oh, God bless her. Oh my gosh. All right. So listen, a lot of love coming to you. And she says, all your tears, if they were diamonds, do you know how rich you'd be? And that's just what she told me. Okay. So she's got a very mature sense of humor. Okay.
She is.
She's an old soul. To me, there's so many different soul levels that could be coming in this world. But she is truly making me just know the meaning of the words. She's an old soul, and she never really knew, she never really knew how she was going to die, as much as did sometimes you worry that she wouldn't be here for a long, like you had this,
yes.
You had a feeling, that word intuition is so strong, and there are things in an intuitive knowing, and there isn't a parent who doesn't fear the loss of a child. We see it more now than ever. That, maybe it's social media, maybe it's the kind of groups that are out there now people coming together, but there's, intuition is such a fine thread sometimes to fear. And
I saw a commercial when she was a little girl, and it was from MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And in that commercial, a young girl died as she graduated, and she wanted to be a veterinarian. And that was what my daughter was in graduate school for, is to be a veterinarian. And she was hit. Yeah.
Well, she's a brave soul. She's not even, she likes wild animals. She's petting a lion.
She does like wild animals.
She's petting a lion. Like, she's with the spirit of a lion. And like when this walks, she walks with a lion. So know that. She likes to treat, whether it's animals from a zoo or wild, she is really,
She loved animals.
she's got this lion with her, and it's like tame as could be, but you know, we know up there they don't have the primal instinct to have to eat. So that's probably what, but it's a beautiful vision. And I mean, if you could ever have, if you know someone who's an artist, and for some reason I think you do, and you tell them to
I
do
do.
a picture of her with a lion next to her, this
Okay.
artist, I think, your daughter will channel this to her.
Okay, thank you. I do know an artist.
Yes, it will happen. And it could
Thank
change
you.
this artist's life in things that they may end up doing. They may do more of that once they do your daughter.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Oh, no, thank you for your trust. She's truly an angel to animals. And she said, I could be bad. And she laughed. She's sassy.
That's her.
She's sassy, you know.
She is sassy.
Yeah. And yeah. And I think her spirit, just feeling young, but yet old soul, is where her age got me a little bit. I don't try to be right with age by any means, because, you know,
Yeah.
but I wasn't, this spirit is just playful, yet old soul. So thank you for letting me bring her in.
No, thank you.
I'll never forget
Thank
this.
you, Autumn.
Yes, I'll never forget the vision I have of her with this lion. So if you do get it done, a nice little, you know, email with a, whatever they call that there, you know, screenshot of it, I would be.
Absolutely. Thank you.
See, you take care, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm getting the name Mikey. Michael. But why am I hearing it as Mikey? That Mikey. I don't know this. It's Mike, Mikey. I mean, I really do see it as that. So I don't know if anyone's gonna go with that. But okay. And Mikey was his nickname. I would say it's him, because we know that not all Michaels are Mikey. And that to me is, oh, we got a couple people. All right, so let the Mikeys up there make it clear. Was one of these Mikeys involved in an accident or had something about driving going on? Because I'm getting the answer right now. This driving. And I don't know if that meant he was close to 16. I don't know if he was in a car accident or if he was in his driver's license. Okay. And yeah. I feel like there's a medal. So I really feel this is all one person still. The Mikey, I feel there's either a medal or a necklace charm or something. I don't know if it's with ashes or just a charm. I'm not sure. But that's being shown to me as well. And the driving, yeah, they're saying something about the motorcycle, but I don't know if it was a motorcycle. For some reason I feel I'm with a steering wheel more so than a motorcycle. So but now I'm being told that I better say the Christmas tree. Now that could be somebody different. If it's not making a connection, you know, strong enough for someone out there, then this Christmas tree thing could be the same person, or it could be somebody moving. But I do see pictures, ornaments on the tree, and the picture of the person's face. My brother made necklaces, was in a motorcycle. Still, I don't know why I can't align to that motorcycle. The motorcycle thing. It's just I see, unless he was hit by a car, Mikey Quad. Unless he was hit by a car. Oh, quad. Okay, that means those things, because that's more of a steering wheel. Now, is there anything with? There it is. I think it's a
yeah, born on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that could be that Sandra.
Would you like me to unmute her? Do you want to just speak with her and see? Okay.
Yeah, let's bring her in and see if I can I'm sure he'll want to give more.
Okay, Sandra, I've asked you to unmute.
Yeah, my nephew was 24, I believe, when he died. It was a quad accident, and he was born on Christmas Day. And my sister puts a Christmas tree with ornaments at his gravesite every Christmas.
Okay, I really feel this is him. So thank you for And he wants to give you a hug. All right. He wants to give you a hug and he says, I love you too, and please pass it on. And he said, he's showing me his back. So I know. It's
Yes,
okay.
he broke his back.
Okay, so that was okay. So that's why he's doing it. And he's very nice because he actually said, sorry about the steering wheel. Because, I'm seeing this, but it was, kind of whatever the quad would be. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's how nice manners he has. So I'm like, oh, it's okay. I got the steering wheel part. I knew it wasn't a motorcycle. And so he wants to say that either Pops is with him. So is that a grandfather energy?
He's got two grandpas, and he's got a Pam. Our daughter's with him, maybe, because our daughter just passed.
Is she a P?
Yes, she's Pam.
Oh, there's the P. Okay, it's not Pops. I'm sure it's Pam because he's saying with me, and but the grandfathers are there, but then the P was strong. Okay, so that's your daughter. Okay, and she wants to just hug you and say, I'm sorry for this pain. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she keeps saying that. I'm so sorry. I love you so much. And she said, tell her the picture. Tell her the picture. So I don't know if you have a picture there right in front of you or something, but she said, tell her the picture. And did she like to wear black, or is there something about the color?
She did wear some black, but she was usually pretty colorful.
Was there a uniform that was black, or?
Oh, she was a WestJet pilot, so it was Navy.
There it is. Okay, it's the dark, so it's Navy. All right, so that, because she's making me feel uniform. All right, and I knew it wasn't like yellow or orange or something. It was, to me, black, but I'm sure that's the Navy. She says your hand, and she says, tell her hand. I don't know if you've got something on your hand of hers or holding something.
A ring.
Okay.
I wear her ring.
Okay. All right. And she says, you're going to see me again when it's time. In the meantime, she wants to make you, she wants you to be proud of her. And
Yeah,
to me, I don't know if you already say that to her, and I'm just getting those words, like, but I feel she wants to make you
we
proud.
always were proud of. We were always proud of her.
So that was an energy that you had with each other. All right. And did you just get your hair cut? She's showing me like scissors cut.
Yeah. I just got my hair cut and left to go curly.
Well, she likes it. What's up with the hair tonight? We got the one whipping it up in the back. Now we got this one. She's actually showing me scissors. And the cake, some kind of cake. Did you, I don't know, bake the cake? Say the cake.
Oh, yeah, I'm not too sure what that is, but
it's like when you see someone actually baking and she seems to turn around.
Oh, I made banana bread today.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
Okay, so that's like that. All right. But she's like standing there and she's got this cake, whatever, cake pan. And she's looking like, yes, when you first said no, she's like, what do you mean no? Like, what do you mean no? Like she had that way of, yes, I'm right. I was right there. All right. So she's there with you doing that. Okay. And she's saying, say the owl. Is there something about owls?
Yeah, there's owls. There's owls in our rooms here.
Okay.
A couple of them.
All right. Well, she's in the room with you, and that's why she's saying it. That's why she's saying it. Is that her father walking by?
That is your father walking by.
Yeah. She said something about coffee to him.
Saying something about coffee to you, Howard.
Oh my God! I can't believe
coffee.
I heard the name Howard in the meditation, and I was going to say somebody got a Howie there. Unless there is a Howie.
That's exactly what we call them. We call
All right,
them
that's your daughter was bringing that. Yeah, it was actually in the meditation, and I remember hearing Howie, and I remember thinking, oh, I got to ask if someone has a Howie, and then 5 other things came. Here we go. Yeah, so there it is. Okay, I'm sorry they got it first, and she's laughing.
My husband goes out and has coffee with her every morning and thinks about her, talks to her.
Well, she obviously is seeing her dad or Howie go have coffee. Tell him I love him so much. She's like, I love you, Daddy. I love you both. She says, there's so many here. Oh my God. And she's looking in the room. And I got a young man in the back. They're hugging. The two, they would be cousins. Is that what they would be? They're hugging. But I got a kid in the back, and he's kind of, oh shit. He goes, oh shit. I feel this young man that I got coming in now, he fell to his death. Did somebody lose somebody that fell? Thank you all. You're writing such beautiful things. That's so nice. I feel somebody fell, but I feel the young man goes, oh shit, you know, it's just the way he said, oh shit, I fell. And I don't know if he was goofing around. He's not giving me a super serious feel about himself. There, okay, my son fell from his 3rd floor. Is that all? Okay. Out of these 2 young men that fell, the way that I said, oh shit, you know, okay. So Raquel, I don't get the feeling this person was hallucinating. I get the feeling this person, this young man really knew. And he's telling me to say, please don't think I was afraid, because it's in slow motion. And then there's a grandfather that met him. And the grandfather, I mean, I have to say it the way I hear it. I never change things. It never would, because I know it honors them to give it the way they want it said. But I feel like the grandfather was already in spirit and basically caught him before he never felt hitting. He never felt hitting. Okay. Then Raquel, that could be yours. But the grandfather grabbed him up before he hit whatever it was he hit. And he was like, he said, what are you doing here, to his grandfather? And his grandfather said, no, you're with me now. And don't think you're getting out of homework. So this would also put another clue into that this young man would have maybe been in school or getting ready to go back to school or something. So please know that. And sometimes when I'm seeing these things, and it's interesting that something you don't see at all very often could be 3 or 4 people. Send something that you want them to say. Make it clear. I don't care if you say the word, you know, umbrella. Send something so they can give you that. And they may, Raquel, I think it's yours. I mean, it just seems like that's really where.
Would you like me to unmute her?
Yeah,
or
it seems like Raquel's messages were, at least that's what's getting stronger. So, you know, like I said, to see so many that could be falling, I don't find that to be common, but I know these groups are pretty big. Just send them, say something about the cat, say umbrella, tell them to say something, because that's a way that they may get me to you as well. Okay.
Yeah, I asked him to say something about I have in my mind right now. So let's see if he comes through with that. But everything else matched his grandfather.
Yeah, when I was seeing your name, and it just seemed like it was one thing after the other, and then the grandfather, and then him saying to his grandfather, "What are you doing here?" And then he's like, "No, you're with me now." Yeah, and he was afraid for you more than anything, that you were going to be so sad.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw everything. So that's fine. I think
this on your cheek. It says, I'm okay, Mom. I'm okay. You need to know. You do know, but he wants to repeat those words. I am okay. All right. Yeah. And do you hate spiders? I feel like he's telling me something.
I killed a bunch of spiders in my backyard.
Okay. All right. Well, he was watching, obviously. And yeah, because he said, say the spiders. Like and
I kill almost one per day. I just hit around my roses and everything.
Oh my God. And what do you have something buried out in that yard connected to him though, or planted?
Yes.
Yeah, he's saying for me it's planted.
it's a tomato tree, because on the day that he passed, his tomato tree dried to the bone. And yes, so I bought another one and I planted there, and it's a different house. So I tell him every day that the tomatoes are growing again.
He definitely sees them. He definitely knows. And he just wants to give you a very big hug and let you know he'll never let go. He doesn't have to. I'll always
Did he had a choice to stay? That was one of my questions, because I've saw people surviving that fall.
It wasn't a choice. It was too much.
It was his day.
So it was an accident, correct? I'm understanding this word accident.
He kept saying that he came through a couple times, and he said he didn't mean to. He was running from the pain. That's all. And to us, it sounded like it wasn't an accident, but then it was revealed to us it was an accident.
Okay. Yeah.
He just pushed it and went.
Yeah, it was an accident. Did he have medication in him or something? Because I'm feeling medication.
Yes, he was out of his antidepressant medication. And that's what I said, hallucinating, because he was not coherent, and he wasn't saying things that made sense. That's why we thought the hallucination part, because he kept saying there was someone out, the window. So
yeah. Okay. I have an article I wrote on pharmaceuticals in the mind and the spirit. I'd love to share it with you. So you could just reach out to me and I'll send you the link to it. I know it's helped many people understand, and it's a bittersweet argument, or a bittersweet article a little bit, because sometimes people are put on it and we think it could be the right thing to do, but the side effects are I see just so many things. I've channeled these young people. I've survived it 30 years ago with only 3 Zoloft in my system. And that was for hyperventilating in an ER visit. And 3 days later, I was a different person and could easily have not have been here. But, and it was just because I was hyperventilating. I wasn't depressed. I didn't have anxiety. I didn't even know what it was 30 years ago. So I want to send you that article because I think it'll help you understand his mind a little bit. And I feel he wants me to share it with you. And you can send me questions. Okay. Because he's a good looking young man, and everyone, his smile was just there. It's a beautiful smile.
Yeah, he didn't smile much here for the last couple of years, but when he'd smile, he would just, glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he play basketball?
No, he's skied a lot, and he was very fast. He didn't do much sports, but he skied a lot. He loved it.
Oh, skied.
Yeah, maybe some other kid.
Yeah, I think I'm getting someone who yes, I'll definitely share the article. I can, whatever way, Elizabeth will let me know the easiest way, or unless you have to reach out to me, I don't care either way, whatever will be easier for you guys. He stands behind you. What's up with the rosary? He's saying the rosary.
It could be his grandmother. I don't really pray the rosary, but his grandmother is in a bad shape right now because she was very close to him. So maybe, I think that's what she,
And she does the rosary?
She does the rosary.
Yeah. All right. So I would say he's probably acknowledging watching over her.
Yeah. Okay. I will do that for sure. And his brother wants to hear from him, but I guess he really, doesn't get much signs, but I guess he's not paying attention.
Well, grief can fog it, and we're going to grieve. So he should start listening to some meditations, because even just like I said, before I come on the call, I sit and listen to just a 5-minute breathing meditation. So I'll gladly share those too, because not all meditations relax people. Some meditations get you thinking about all your stuff. But if he just played one a day and just says, I know you're there, and I know you're hit me over the head with one of your signs. Don't say, please give me a sign, because that fogs you. is a fine line. That law of attraction is powerful, you know, and it knows when we know we can receive, because there's no reason he wouldn't want to send him signs. Okay. So he will, and he promises, and he's showing me a jersey. Does his brother like something with the jersey, or what's he?
The Office. That was his favorite. It's a shirt of The Office. It's his favorite show on TV. So I said, I'm going to wear this to honor him. It's The Office.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. I'm not sure.
Shirt, probably, because he's going like the jersey, but shirt. I don't know. That's a fine line.
It could be The Office. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute.
Okay.
As a pediatrician, thank you. Please, yes, I will send this art. There's someone who's a pediatrician. My heart for doctors to see what's happening to the energy fields of children on medication, over and unnecessary. And I always say over and unnecessary, but the spirit world has told me that 2% of the young minds on it need to be on it. Otherwise, meditation or other principles could help before medication. And that is a very big percentage.
Yeah.
2% need to be on it, not 98%.
Yeah.
The other 98 all right. So yes. The other thing, I was hearing the name Scotty or Scott. Scott. Somebody's saying there's a helping siblings heal. Adults, the same thing with these medications, if that's what that's about. If that's what she means. Energy, but you know, there's so many young minds put on it. But it's all ages, because I was an adult. I was actually 29 when I had my experience. Matt's brother is Scotty. So who is Matt your son in spirit? Gianna Robinson?
Thank you, Beth.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. I was gonna shoot my article over to Elizabeth, and if she wants to post it, that might be a way to make it happen, because I have it right here. But what about Scott? That's my brother who passed 4 years ago today. I think this Julie McNeil. Can we get her on? I'm feeling drawn to that. In the meantime, I'm going to grab my article. It's right here.
Hi, Julie. I've asked you to unmute.
Hi.
Hi there. Give me 1 second. I'm just sending my article over. And Elizabeth can post it. I think that's probably the easiest way, since there's so much interest in it.
I'm interested too.
Okay, so when she posts it, then I guess that's how. But if anyone can't get it, you can always get me, you know, through my website. She posted my stuff. So I just sent it to Elizabeth. So where's my Julie?
Here.
With the Scott, that is today's 4 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Here. You see me?
Is that you with your hand on your forehead?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, right here.
I don't see her. Is that her up there in the top? No, she's muted, so I don't know how that could be.
Oh, I'm in the top. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I just get
Okay.
there. Now I can see you. Hi there. Yes. Hi, Julie. All right. So your brother's, today's his 4-year anniversary, and his name is Scott, correct?
Yes.
All right. Did you ever call him Scotty? I'm just kind of wondering if I'm getting more than one, but I really felt drawn to you.
Oh, not really.
Yeah.
Not
That's
really. Yeah. I know a Scotty. Oh, you're unmuted. Beth, you're unmute. You're muted.
Now I'm unmuted. I saw it. When it came through, I was able to do it. Who's the Scotty to you then? Because this is a double thing happening.
Scotty is just, Scotty is like a girl I knew in my girl's hometown. And like
Oh.
I actually have a lot of Scots in my life, and sometimes we call them Scotty. So
Okay, but your brother's Scott and he's 4 years today, and that's where I was feeling. Was he fussy about his hair? Because I feel like I got somebody being very fussy about their hair. It's like a hair night, but it's a man. And he's saying something about his eyes too. What about his eyes? Was there something about his eyes? Beautiful eyes.
yeah, my dad's eyes. Had my dad's eyes.
Did he golf? What's the golfing?
No golfing.
Is there anyone he'd watch over that golfs? Because they do show that.
No, he wasn't really interested in golfing.
Is there anyone else that I'm wondering if it's not him, but I would be surprised that yours wouldn't just start talking. Because sometimes but I felt very drawn to you. Was there anything about being arrested or someone he'd be watching over?
No, not really.
Well, what's not really? Because not really usually ends up being yes, unless it's.
I mean, no, I mean, he wasn't arrested. I mean, my dad had a funny story back in his heyday where he was.
Well, that could be.
It was a really funny story, and it was told at my dad's memorial service.
But your dad's in spirit right next to your brother is what we're getting.
Yes.
That's what we're getting. So we're getting your dad, your brother, but also your dad, because it's like, to me, they're going, say arrested, she's gonna know.
Yeah, it was a very amusing family story.
Yeah. So that's what I'm telling you, they're here. And also, what was up with Scotty and eating?
Eating?
Did he like a lot? Eating.
Oh, eating.
Yeah. I mean, we all eat.
Yeah, he liked to eat. He liked to I mean, he was diabetic, and childhood onset.
Okay.
And so he liked sugary margaritas, Mexican food, the things that aren't really good for you. And
right.
Like after his death, his daughters found hidden candy bars and things like that. So
okay. All right. Did his is that how he crossed? Because I feel the pressure in my body just almost.
Well, yeah, it was complications from childhood onset diabetes, heart, kidney,
there's the pressure in the body. Okay.
His body just failed him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So he's glad we got that out of the way, he said, because I am okay and I love you. And your father said, I'm proud of you. You have a lot on your plate. And are you writing a book?
No, I'm not writing a book, but I've thought about, I've had people tell me when I post things or write things, they're like, you should write a book. And so I'm not writing a book. My father would sit out on his patio, with his cocktail and a cigarette and write. He was a writer. Not professionally.
Yeah.
But he liked to write. And I've been contemplating maybe I should write a book.
Well, I think you're being told that they will be helping you if you choose to. You should really make sure you meditate or at least have your conversations with them or journaling to them like you're talking to them, and whether that's typing or writing, and just, tell them, you tell me what to put in this book, because I feel that's going to be a very big part of it.
What about my daughter? Is she coming through?
Well, she's got to be one of these sitting there. All right. When you said my daughter, why am I seeing the golf course? I'm back to a golf course.
I mean, when they were little girls, I lived near a golf course, and they would, at nighttime ride their bikes all over the golf course.
That's why that was her saying.
But it was a lot of fun. They did, they
like to bring in things.
And they would sneak on the golf course and ride around. And
that's why they were saying, that was your daughter saying. I was going to say a daughter wouldn't take this long to get in. Got your brother, your dad, your daughter probably led them in. And that was the golfing. It wasn't about being a golfer. It was golfing.
They played all over that golf course.
Yeah. So that was your daughter for sure. Okay. So she's saying, I'm here. And I don't know what's up with abdomen or stomach. Was there something with her with that?
You know what? I think, yeah, she had some issues with her bladder. I
Mhm.
believe it was a condition like interstitial cystitis, which is very like, oh, kind of an unknown disease. A lot of people think it's just in your head, but I mean, yeah, she would experience a lot of pain. Like she felt like she always had a UTI, but
Yeah,
it,
I mean, literally my hands are holding my lower belly right now.
yeah,
That's
it,
she
it
brought me
wasn't
down
a
here.
it wasn't a UTI. You know, it wasn't bacterial, and I think that was just part of
Mhm,
her condition.
mhm. And what's up with the sign Sagittarius? I don't even know what month that's in because I'm not an astrologer.
Sagittarius is, I believe that's November. Is it? I
I
think,
don't know.
does anybody know that? That would be my mother, but she's here in this realm. But
Is she a Sagittarius?
my mother, yeah, November 26th. Is that Sagittarius? I think it's Sagittarius.
Somebody said yes.
Yeah.
November, December, and she's the
Yeah.
end of November.
She's
All right, I mean,
26.
I don't know why I'm not an astrologer, so obviously I don't.
Well, my daughter loved, I mean, my mom is like, you know, she's nanny, that my girls call her nanny, all her grandchildren, and she's like this incredible person. Yeah.
Is she into astrology?
No, not really.
Because
Not
that's why
much.
I'm wondering why the sign of Sagittarius would come in that specific. Unless someone's into astrology a little bit or intrigued by it and you know that, like your daughter.
Well, I mean, yeah, she was in, and her sister, my oldest daughter is into astrology, and
Well, that's why it's being said. Then that's, yeah, because they're not just going to bring out something in astrology for no reason. There's going to be some kind of link to that.
yeah,
That would be it. So she's acknowledging her sister as well.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what she would be doing. And, you know, it's just almost like just to, I don't know, the color pink, if she loved it or hated it. I know with colors
Well, when
sometimes.
she was little, her favorite color was pink. As she got older, a little bit older, not much older, you know, 7, 8, it turned to purple, and it stayed purple like
Mhm.
for
Okay, all right, so she's bringing that.
was pink.
Do you still have her shoes? She's showing up to a pair of shoes.
Oh yeah, I have shoes of hers, and I wear shoes of hers
Yeah, so she sees that you're
all the
doing.
time. Yes, I wear shoes of hers all the time.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
she certainly knows, and I know, obviously, with you, and you know, I could see you have a lot you could share to help people with, you know, the grief that you've had to
Well,
experience.
I
So,
think so. I mean, she passed when it'll be coming up on a year. You know, my brother was 4 years today, and Sophie will be 1 year on June 16th, and she suffered from major depressive disorder and generalized anxiety disorder, and she died from suicide.
mhm.
And she was a beautiful, smart, funny, well-loved human being. She was absolutely, I mean, humanly, my mother and I were just talking about her today, and it's like, you know, I said something about Sophie's hair because she had like sleek hair. It was always perfect. And mom's like, you know what? Sophie didn't have anything that wasn't perfect. She was like a perfect human specimen. It's like,
Mhm. When did she first start having her depression signs and all that? Was she very young?
you know what? I mean, just in retrospect and looking back, 17, I think it really started. I got her in to see a therapist because a boyfriend had broken up with her. It was a bad breakup. But, you know, I just never really, how many people suffer from depression? So many.
Well, and then there's the side of how many people are put into depression because of over and unnecessary medicating, which I deal a lot.
Well, and it's like, that's why I was interested in that article, because, you know, she then got put on an antidepressant at that age. And then her pediatrician, you know, not the psychiatrist or anything, they determined that together she was ADHD and put her on Vyvanse, and then later on Adderall. And I really honestly think those drugs
They took her. And when you read my article, you're going to see exactly why I'm writing.
I really, I do believe.
Adderall's the devil. Adderall is
Yes, it is.
crystal meth and same components of crystal meth.
Exactly.
And it's the gateway drug to some of those harder addictions that we see in our 20-something kids now, and
Yeah.
your 30s if they even get there. And you know, you cannot put young minds on Adderall. It is crystal meth.
Really, it's speed. Yeah, it's totally.
These kids have been telling me this for 18 years. I have been channeling kids who die this way, and adults. So, I mean, it's gone to all ages, but it really began with young children and Ritalin and Adderall.
And I think Sophie may have thought that she would misuse her Adderall. She would run out. She'd try to get it from friends, but when she couldn't, she would fall into deep. And I really thought she was like, I don't want to get on. She never got on anything. She never got on anything heavier, but she was 22 at the time. Maybe she would have. Maybe she would have turned to heroin. Maybe then she.
A lot of them do because
fentanyl poisoning. You know, I mean, so I just.
You know, there's so many beautiful minds, and and I feel for the parents, because a lot of times you're doing what you feel is medically needed, or, you know, mental, emotional, whatever, physical. And it's very sad. So, you know, 18 years ago, when I started really getting a lot of these cases and seeing it, never affiliated my case of 3 Zoloft in an ER visit, and then hearing voices to do something, and I was floating to my closet where my gun was, because that's what I was hearing to do, blow my head off. But I had made a phone call right after I heard the first voice, and my girlfriend was already en route. 40 seconds she got to my house, and I felt like I was floating to the closet. And she said when she came flying in the door, I kind of jerked back into a moment of a reality. And she said, my eyes look black. She goes, you look like it wasn't you. And then all of a sudden it kind of snapped. You snapped, like boom. And then I went, what's going on? She went, what's going on? And she cries when she talks about it. And now it was 30 years ago. To this day, she'll cry talking about it, how she saw me, and all I thought is I was floating to my closet. Like, I didn't even realize she came running in the door in that moment. It was a 40-second episode, 24 hours after I took my last Zoloft, and I only had 3 in me. They gave it to me in the ER for hyperventilating. Told me to take it every day and go get more. And I'm like, I didn't understand this stuff then. I was cutting hair. You know what I mean? I didn't get it. But when these kids started coming to me, and in 15 years after my incident, and one young man was showing me exactly, and he was saying, Mom, the voices made me do it. I watched myself. And he was only on it 3 weeks, and same thing, felt weird, disoriented. So I don't want to overtalk this, but he was the young man that actually made me, and I think you will find this very profound when I say what I'm going to say, because he was the young man that made me go, whoa, 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 wait a minute, voices yelling in my head. I think I know what happened. I think I understand this now. I realized that my incident flashed back to me because of this young man. So me and the mom talked about it. She knew she didn't let her son down. She was on the way to his apartment, 8 minutes. She got there in 6 minutes, and he was already, and he wasn't trying, he didn't want to die. He was just saying, Mom, I feel disoriented. I feel weird. But what I did that night after that mother left my room is say a prayer. And I said, God, what do I do with this information? I'm just a medium, not just a medium, but, you know, I was humble. What do I do with this information? And I heard a young voice say to me, please don't stop talking about it. So many more are coming this way. It will take down our species before any war. And those were the words. And that was 18 years ago that I heard that. And my incident was about 30 years ago. So,
well, we have your article, and we'll be putting it up on the website, so that actually we're going to put it on the YouTube video, and then I'll put it underneath the YouTube video on Facebook as well. And I truly appreciate it. And this has been wonderful, Beth. It's always wonderful to have you here. And we're just at the hour right now.
Oh my God, where did time go? I'm so sorry.
But it was wonderful. It was a wonderful hour. And what we always do is ask people to say thank you and good night, because we ask everybody to unmute. So if you guys can all unmute and say thank you to Beth. that would be
Julie, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank
you for
you.
everything.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you,
Very
Beth.
much. That was really great.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.